Hello, this is Builder Elephant, and for this episode of our AFOL series, I thought I'd focus on my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. And so I picked up a Polybag and one CMF series box. And now, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, huge Lego fan, and I would love to get every single Spider-Man character, and I'd love to get all the CMF characters, but unfortunately I'm also on a very tight budget, and to spend $5 on one minifigure it's a very hard thing for me to justify, especially like when I can get a Polybag for the exact same price and get two minifigures and a small build. So it's hard for me to buy them, but at the same time, I really wanted that Spider-Man 2099 character because I missed out on the Spider-Crawler series when he was in there, and so that's like the one character I really wanted. And luckily, I was at the Macy's, and in Macy's they got the Toys R Us, and they had the 30% sale going on. So I saw these and 30% sale. I thought, you know what, now's the time to look. So I got out my phone, clicked on my minifigure app, and then started scanning the boxes and finally came across the Spider-Man 2099 character. And so I thought, okay, I bought it. Now this is the first time I've actually bought one of these CMF series without confirming with my little camera inside. But I figured, so I'm just buying one. There's no way to get a duplicate. So if the scanner was wrong, no big deal. But let's see if I did in fact get the one character I wanted, Spider-Man 2099, for 30% off at Toys R Us. So we're going to open this up. I know that scanner's pretty accurate. It has not steered me wrong yet, but you know, hey, everything breaks eventually. Sometimes mistakes happen. But here is the instruction manual. Oh, no, there's his cape. I love that cape. Now, I probably won't use that cape because I'm more interested in like the classic comic book one. And he doesn't usually have that cape on, at least from my memory. It's been a long time since I read the story. But here is our Spider-Man 2099. I love this, the detail on that printing. I gotta say, even though I missed the Spider-Crawler series, this one does have superior printing, especially with those arms. And you know, of course, you can put on his head and hair piece, but hey, I am much more about the actual superhero. And now, although like I said, it's the character itself I wanted, I'm also love these stands. I'm glad I could get one of these stands in this translucent orange, as well as getting that AI character in this minifigure trophy size. So even though this is the character I wanted, it's got some great pieces that I also wanted. And what I love now is the fact that we get two. So we actually get extra pieces in our CMF series boxes now. So that's really cool. So now I got one for the collection and one for my extra pieces part bin. So here is the Polybag, and I've actually been going back and forth a lot on this series, the Venom Museum Robbery. And ultimately, I got it for the pieces. And so I'm gonna open this up and you're kind of see how I end up like doing this. I like to actually cut my Polybags from the bottom where there's not that printing, so you kind of got the clear plastic and not the printing. That way the artwork isn't damaged, and I can still get all the pieces out easily. Pardon the awkward edit. After I dumped it out and started building, like the angles were off so you couldn't see what I was doing. So let's start over so you can see me actually building this set. Now, like I said, I was kind of going back and forth on how I wanted to build this set, or if I wanted to buy this set, because as much as I'm like constantly saying like Lego is amazing, I love Spider-Man, you know, I'm always in my reviews talking about just like the genius of the Lego design team and how they don't cut corners. But that really wasn't the case with this set. I really felt like this was kind of a lazy set, and mostly because this set kind of already came out with the Far From Home series where they had a museum heist set as well. Now, it didn't come with a base, but we're gonna have these platforms where we're like building the designs, and they had the knight here, they had the jewelry, so it's kind of like it already been done before, so I'm not sure why they felt the need to have it be in a Polybag when they've already done this set before. And that set actually came with a really cool drone build, and this doesn't have that drone build. It's got the diamond for Venom to steal. You've got, of course, you get the side where he's actually already broken the glass to an exhibit, and I do like the fact that he uses this like cheese wedge slope and a translucent clear. And then we use this little pie shape and a translucent clear to simulate like broken glass from like, you know, this case to a broken one. So I thought it was kind of like a really cool design element, and I'll put there's another one on the ground there where it's like just so the glass on the ground. So, you know, that's cool. But again, they've already done this build. And then the other thing that was kind of disappointing was the characters. And I'll get into that after I build my knight here. So we're just going to build the knight where I got to get the base. And then I put the suit of armor on that base. And then once that's on, I can put my... Let's see, then we got another one of these. I like the way they're kind of... It's interesting they're using these ice cream cone pieces instead of the minifigure heads like they often do with these sets. But here is our knight display case of a suit of armor in our exhibit. And then we do have some cool pieces here. But like I said, so we got like, you know, we got these cool pieces. We got like an extra diamond. We got these extra broken pieces. But then we come to the characters. And now for Spider-Man, now of course you're going to get a Spider-Man minifigure in a Spider-Man set. But this minifigure is very common. You get this character a lot. And he does come with a little like shooter web. So you can like the power blast piece you use for spiders shooting out his webs. And you get a little extra camera piece for him to get some pictures of the robbery, but the character itself is common. And then on top of that, the older set for the Far From Home series had a cool headpiece where it's like his mask was curled up and he was chewing it, and that was original. So it would have been cool to maybe get that original piece in this set to make it a little more special so that we can get it if you missed that from a few years ago. And then probably my biggest complaint actually has to do with Venom. Now, again, I used to read comics a lot as a kid, but Venom, unless they changed things drastically, he wasn't a thief. He was never like robbing a museum. His whole goal was to eat Spider-Man's brains. He just wanted revenge on Spider-Man. So to have him be the villain in this set was just, it was a little weird. I thought this would have been a better opportunity to give us a Black Cat or any other of Spider-Man's villains who actually just rob things, as opposed to Venom, who's never really been into robbery. He's more been into just revenge and killing. But anyway, you get these little displays to put them on a stand, which is kind of a neat thing. But this is the set. And again, I went back and forth to get it. The build is simple. The characters aren't inspired. But I love the pieces. I ended up getting these. I love the pieces, especially the suit of armor that's on display, the black kind of ice cream cone pieces used to build it onto it. So the pieces are what sold me on this. The build, the story, I could do without.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.